guys, I'm going to do a real quick unboxing here. I got to go in a few minutes, but thought I would show you guys my new thing. Obviously, Minnesota here, bass season, bass opener has not happened yet. I think it's like a week and a half over here, something like that, for the catch and release, just general fishing opener. So, very close, and this is a dangerous time of year because you're so excited about fishing, but you can't go, so of course you just buy a bunch of fishing gear. But I have this Daiwa Fuego reel here, which is kind of a lower mid-end Daiwa reel. It's a really nice reel, really good price for the money, but like it's not like a Tatula quality. But I just had this kind of sitting on a rod that I never really used, and I was like, you know what, I need a kind of like a dedicated crankbait jerkbait setup. I have one crankbait rod and it's quite a bit of use, and I kind of wanted another for another crankbait or jerkbait rod. And if you don't know the reason for buying a specific rod for crankbaiting or jerkbaiting, these techniques, crankbaits and jerkbaits, you generally want a more moderate action, because these, a lot of crap in here, another Tackle Warehouse sticker. These treble hook baits on here, like the crankbaits, jerkbaits, any other type of baits like that, they on a stiff rod, they can kind of get thrown pretty easily. And I've had it happen a lot where you got kind of a stiff rod and you hook up a square bill or a deep diving crankbait or even like a jerkbait or topwater or any kind of treble hook bait, and hook into a bass, like, oh yes, this thing swims, jumps up, and then just whips it right out, and you're like, God, son of a bitch. Sometimes it happens a lot, especially if you have a really stiff rod that really can't absorb that head shake, or especially if you have like a stiff rod and braided line and you're really not playing the fish very much, you can really lose a lot of fish that way. So, oh, this is a really nice stick. So this new rod I got here is a Daiwa Tatula rod, and it's kind of funny that putting a Fuego on it, so the rod is actually nicer than the reel, but oh well. The reel's good. The reel's gonna have no problem, but this rod is an absolute beautiful rod. I think this is my first Daiwa rod I've ever had. I really love Daiwa reels, and I know the rods are rated really well. This one had a really good rating on Tackle Warehouse. So it's a 7-foot MRBG, which means glass. So this is like a fiberglass graphite blend, which is like a crankbait rod generally when you have fiberglass in there. So it's got a more moderate action to it. I think it's medium power and moderate action. So I mean, as you can see here, it's got a little bit of like a bend. The tip kind of flexes somewhat easily, and it kind of through the whole rod, it has a pretty decent bend to it. Obviously it's still strong, but it has more of a bend to it, so you can absorb those head shakes a lot better with this than you can with a really stiff rod. Like most of the bass rods you see are either like medium, more than likely medium heavy fast action, which is great for a lot of different situations, but for jerk baiting, for top waters with treble hooks like whopper ploppers or spooks or any type of popper walking baits like that, or square bills or any type of application like that, you do want a little bit lighter action, a little bit more moderate action. Fiberglass in there definitely helps. And if you're someone that doesn't do a whole hell of a lot of bass fishing and you just want 1 or 2 rods that can do most of it, a medium heavy fast action is definitely a good rod to get. But if you really want to like dial it in, if you really fish a lot, if you really don't want to miss any of these fish you're going to get on the crankbaits, or you want to miss less fish, obviously you really can't catch all the fish you're going to hook. It's inevitable some are going to get off, but if you do want to improve your hookup ratio quite a bit with these treble hook baits, I definitely recommend looking into a moderate action rod. And I will update you guys on this one once I get some use out of it. My first impression is that it's absolutely phenomenal. Like, I wouldn't hesitate. Like I said, it had really good ratings on Tackle Warehouse. I wouldn't hesitate if you're thinking about buying a crankbait rod. This is definitely seems like a good one. Like I said, it has really good ratings, but there's a lot of good crankbait rods out there. Just make sure you're looking for one that is like medium action or medium power. Medium power. Oh, this stupid freaking knot will not get off of the O-ring here. Come on. Moderate action and medium or medium heavy power, or maybe even medium light power, depending on the rod and manufacturer and everything. But this one I really think I'm gonna love. So once the bass fishing and walleye and pike fishing open up here in the next week and a half or 2 weeks, I will be getting out. I will be putting together a video for you guys, giving you guys like some first impressions of it, and we will see if I lose any fish on it. We'll see how good the fish are biting, I guess. You never really know. It's supposed to be pretty warm, so hopefully it warms up, everything heats up. It's been a pretty cold spring so far in Minnesota here, and probably the rest of the states too, I believe. I am really struggling here. There we go. So yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. This is the Daiwa Tatula 7-foot medium moderate action glass blend crankbait rod. I definitely would recommend getting this for my first impression of it. Thing is absolutely gorgeous. Feels great. I think I'm at 111 subscribers right now, so if this is your first video of mine or you haven't seen my other video, I'm going to be doing some lure giveaways every 100 subscribers, so like 89 away from that. So if you guys want to win some free lures, tell your friends, subscribe to my channel, and that's pretty much all you got to do. Every 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away free baits. I'll try to keep making a lot of fishing videos for you guys with some tips on how to catch more fish, how to dial in your gear, how to work certain baits, and which baits to throw at different times of the year and in different conditions. So here's just a quick recap of it here. The split butt hard foam handle Daiwa Tatula 7-foot crankbait glass rod. I got this little Rapala Shadow Wrap deep diver on here, and then it's got the Daiwa Fuego on there. Really beautiful combo. I mean, if it was a Tatula on here, it'd be even better, but the Fuego is going to be pretty awesome, I think. And I got braided line on here for now. We'll see if I end up changing that. I'm thinking with the moderate action of this, and then I got like a 12-inch clear mono leader. Hopefully that's some good shock absorption, but I might be switching the braid over to just straight mono as well, but we'll see. We'll see how it fishes. I really look forward to getting out and trying this thing. If you guys have any questions about this crankbait rod or any general fishing questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to win some free lures, and I will see you guys next time.